What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Firstly, if you are new to the channel, please do smash that subscribe button if you enjoy the video and give this video a thumbs up. Now, I am going to go into some training a little bit later. I've got a bike session and I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm kind of doing during lockdown with my running and biking and obviously CrossFit. But I want to delve into the Matt and Rich debate that's kind of come up on social media recently. So if you aren't aware, I'm not going to play all the clips because it's pointless, and if you go on YouTube they're all over the place, but basically Matt Fraser was on a podcast. He was on the Darren Woodson podcast, and they're just discussing, really good podcast by the way, so do check that out. And they're talking, and then they get onto the topic of Rich Froning, and basically Matt turns around and says he's lived in Cookeville for 3 years and he's not spoken to Rich in 2.5 years, which I found quite shocking. I thought they would get on quite well. Matt carried on talking, and it was clear there was a little bit of beef there. He basically said Rich ghosted him. Matt and Tia wanted to do the open stage 1 qualifiers at the CrossFit Mayhem, and Rich apparently said no. To then later Matt finding out that it was still open to members and stuff, so that obviously caused a bit of tension, and Matt's now said he's going to leave Cookeville. So it was kind of left like that, and then again, if you go on YouTube you'll see Richard's response, which basically is saying Matt Fraser is lying, in no easy way of saying it. Basically saying there's two sides to every story, and it's just bold-faced lying. He said there's no issues. He thought they were not good friends but friends, and he did actually reach out to him and has spoken to him within 2.5 years, so unsure who to believe then. But funny enough, Morning Chalk Up put a post up today. If you're reading this, it's the 6th. Yeah, Morning Chalk Up put a post up today, and Matt Fraser actually commented, and this is the highest liked comment, so I'll just quickly put it on screen. I'll read it out word for word. He'd said, "There is a lot to this story and we're going to work through it, but one thing is, I am not a liar." So strong words there from Matt. So I thought this would just end and it'd just be a little bit of to and thrown, but it seems to be taking off a little bit. And then also, to chip in on top of what Matt was saying, Rich Froning's ex-Mayhem teammate Matt Hewitt also responded with this, saying, "Matt Fraser, I believe you." Basically saying he's also been ghosted by Rich Froning, basically saying that Rich had blocked him in 2018, which is crazy to say he'd been training with him for 3 years. So yeah, a little bit of beef in the CrossFit world. So it's the beef we didn't think we needed but did need. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes, whether Rich responds with another video or whether they hash it out or not. I think we should get them in the ring and have a good old scrap. Who would your money be on? Comment down below. My money's on Matt. Matt seems a bit of a not a dark horse, but looks like he could scrap a little bit. So yeah, again, random bit of news. It kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest, and I'm not going to go into it too much. If you want to do your own little research, go and have a look and make your own opinion. I mean, this is clearly just my opinion, and I can kind of believe what Matt's saying. Rich does strike me as the kind of guy that if he's training and down at Mayhem and someone's in there kind of beating him or whatever, I could see him being a bit bitter about it and then just completely ghosting him. And obviously the two alpha males, do you know what I mean? Like, they both were, well, Rich was top of the game, Matt's now top of the game. There's obviously going to be a bit of tension there. So yeah, really interesting one. I'm not going to bore you anymore. Comment down below what you think. I'm going to head into the pain cave now, where I'll show you kind of, it's had a few upgrades, not many, it's still very makeshift, but I'm going to do a little bit of a bike session and I will talk through my kind of training during lockdown and what I'm going to be doing with my running and biking and very limited CrossFit because the gyms aren't open. So I will see you in the pain cave. Literally just as I stepped outside and came downstairs, Dave Castro has just posted this. I think the guy's a bit of a bellend, but you've got to love him sometimes. I reckon charity boxing night, CrossFit, Dave Castro and Josh Bridges, and then headlining it, Fraser and Froning. Who doesn't want to see it? But just to give you a little insight, I've got the whiteboard up, bit of chipboard to hide the crappy walls, and my bike is set up. So, I mean, I'll film a bit of the session, but it's only going to be a very steady. I'm going to do an hour and a half, but probably all zone 2, nice and relaxed, and just work up a little bit of sweat and flush the legs out as well because of all the running I've been doing recently. So I'll see you when I'm on the bike. As soon as I come in here, it's always freezing cold, so you'll see me start off in my hat and my jumper and t-shirt, but after about 10 minutes I'll be just in my bib shorts. Show you the session, an hour and a half of sweet spot training. I've got my new speaker as well, so I can play some serious tunes. Right, I know I said I was going to talk about my running and biking training later, but I'm going to scrap that because this is a really good session, so I thought I'd show you a bit of an insight of more of the stuff I do on this. So it's a steady, no, sorry, it's a sweet spot tempo session. So basically, on this program, it breaks it down into different power zones. So we had a 10-minute warm-up, and then we had 3 lots of 5 minutes at 170 watts, which is like high-ish power, and then 5 minutes at 155, which is medium power. That 3 times. Now I've got a 3-minute rest period at 90 watts, which is quite chilled. And then we have a minute at 200, which is hard, but say it's only a minute. Then we have a minute back at 90, and then we repeat the 5 minutes and the 5 minutes 3 times. And then a 10-minute cool down. So it's an hour and 25 in total. They're very gassy. And like I say, you soon get warm enough, hence why I'm just in my bib now. Really good session, so I wasn't going to bore you with it, but quite enjoyed it, so I thought why not put it on. And then in the next video, I'll talk about more of my running schedule combined with my biking and other activities. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm not going to bore you with any more riding. Please give the video a thumbs up. Even if you didn't enjoy it, give it a thumbs up for the thumbnail, because it's some of my finest work. So yeah, I've got another 45 minutes left, and I'll see you in the next one.